Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And we are underway in Foxborough. The returner, DJ Chark. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10. At their own.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now the former Sooner, this is Rodney Anderson. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and
a first carry for Leonard Fournette.
Leonard Fournette on the carry.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against him.
And it's 3rd down.
Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Good work by Minshew there to pick up the first.
I'm not sure he falls under the category of mobile quarterback, but he's athletic enough that if you don't keep your rush lanes intact, he finds a way to hurt you.
As coaches like to say, I wouldn't call him a burner, but enough there in the tank. First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinator freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Anderson. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Out of the gun is Minshew. And Eifert has it. And he's taken down inside the 30. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Jacksonville.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. It's Anderson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd and 12, Minshew. Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Recovered by the defense.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They started on the ground with Eckler. And some room to roam now. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. From 21 yards away. as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Extra point, a bit of an adventure, but it does make it through. And it's now a 7-0 game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Return. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 30.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, Kim. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Ross Blacklock. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And the pass complete to Anunwa. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Brian Burns in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Off of play action. Hill. He's going to look deep for Edelman. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Julian Edelman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it. That can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. With it on the return now, here's Westbrook. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
The Jaguars take over 1st.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So we've hit intermission. It's an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. This will be fielded inside the 5. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in.
Julian Edelman. Touchdown, Patriots.
The people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the 3rd quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
Set to kick off.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Chark set to return it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. A gain of 3, second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. Flushed out right, and he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
The tackle by Zach Allen. A 3-yard pickup.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
Allen on the punt as he gets this one away. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. And now a big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. They're going to go toss right side with Eckler. And fights through one man. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 39 yards there, a big one.
For the Patriots. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
47's the mark, boy. 47. Check, 47.
Here is Eckler. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. 25 yards. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt, you need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Extra point just does sneak over the bar, and that makes the score 28-0.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. With it on the return now, here's Westbrook. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. Caught, Eifert over the middle. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And that is incomplete. Good coverage that time by Malcolm Butler.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And this will be a Jaguars 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now Minshew.
1st down.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Minshew sets to throw. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Here's Minshew. And that will be incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
New England trying to get a place on offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Running on first down, Eckler. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. 20. Wide open, Julian Edelman. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
For the Patriots.
Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Brought down.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
It's Eckler again, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. With it on the return now, here's Westbrook. And just like that, another ultimate challenge has been defeated. Savor the victory, if only for a moment, because you know there's always another challenge right around the corner.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before, but I can't go.
Hello there, it's the coach with you here today, and this is an Ultimate Challenge.
Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And how about this for a start? This is out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Anderson. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And now Edelman. And bulldozing his way through. There he goes, Julian Edelman. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Boy, he covered a lot of ground. 82 yards on the punt return. And the Pats have taken the early lead.
For the point after.
They get the stop defensively, force the punt. They score without their offense even stepping on the field.
I remember. Playing on special teams and teasing the guys on offense like, look, you don't even worry about it. You guys just hang out over there. We'll bring this one all the way back and get the points we need. In this case, they actually got that done.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. Chark set to return it. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. And let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play. Yeah.
That too.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's third down.
They're going to look to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
He ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen, guys? So they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Patriots 7, Jaguars nothing.
Now a toss play to Eckler. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
47's a muck, boy. 47. Check, check. 47.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Eckler, the ball carrier.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. On second down, Eckler. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Austin Eckler, 30 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite. But the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. A short kick taken at the 18. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game. And Minshew with nowhere to go, and they take him to the ground. Ross Blacklock. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Here's a throw right side, taken in. Is tight end. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Edelman set to return. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Jaguars, nothing.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a strong first half from our quarterback. His guys have a 2-touchdown lead as we hand it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 to score as we get rolling again here in this second half. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. So how about the game he's having? He had the punt return earlier for a touchdown. Now the kick return to balance things out.
And oftentimes, guys who are on punt return and kickoff return, many of them are the same guys. And they're devoted to a return guy who can break big plays. And when that happens and they know it's there, they're going to block that much harder and be that much more skillful, as well as utilizing his talents. And this is what you get. Punt return, kick return, a huge game.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. A short kick taken at the 18. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
Incomplete. It's third down. And 10.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
Sack. A 10-yard loss on the play.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And taken right on the 30. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Patriots take over. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Give him 30 yards there.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the third quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
And this is caught. It's Edelman. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown and teams that look like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
Extra point, a bit of an adventure, but it does make it through. And it is 28-0.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. A short kick taken at the 18. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now Minshew has it knocked out, fumble, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. Bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Extra point just does sneak over the bar, and the lead will swell by one more. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. A short kick taken at the 18. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly to fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA. Sports. Now on 2nd and 13, Minshew. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Quincy Enunwa that time, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 13.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
5 yards. And it's
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Fielded at the 20. Stays on his feet. And he's loose again. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. Chark set to return it. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
1st and 10 at their own.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Minshew and Chuck. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves. But they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. D.D. Westbrook is intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
Again, Minshew looking to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Intended for DJ Chark.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
And 10.
It'll be Minshew again. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because
there he goes, Julian Edelman. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Chark set to return it. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left because
and he goes down. It's a Patriot sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Brian Burns in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. Well done. You've defeated this ultimate challenge. Now, if there are stars still available, you can always replay the challenge again. Otherwise, it's time to move on to the next one.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I?
Hey, could count on my paw and look at my dogs. It was way back then. Could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. I'm the coach, and this is Madden Ultimate Team.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. Chark set to return it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10. At their own.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
Back at the 27.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
Now that's the way to open up a game on defense. Back-to-back sacks. We know that someone's come to play today.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Dancing to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
Pulled in at the 24. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
38-yard.
So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. Leading them out, the quarterback from BYU, standing at 6'2", and that's Taysom Hill.
I enjoyed watching him play at BYU and was always rooting for him. But unfortunately, most seasons he played there were cut short by injury. So when he got to...
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. It's a big play there for the Patriots. 61 yards that time on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
1st and goal at the 1.
47's the mark, boy. 47. Check, 47.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Pats have taken the early lead.
Joey
both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Chark set to return it. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
On the return, the Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
And Minshew with nowhere to go, and they take him to the ground.
A loss of 7 yards.
And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Throwing on 2nd and long. Minshew over the middle, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
A loss of 6 yards.
Well, a free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Now on 2nd and 16. Minshew. Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And did he get in? No. They'll mark him down at the 1-yard line.
I think what we just saw there with that fumble return is the increased emphasis on taking the ball away from another team. And no one wants to just fall on in football anymore, do they? They want to take it and try and score themselves.
But when you fall 1 yard short of getting in the end zone, it's as a man, and it's Edelman for the Patriot touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
An extra point, a bit of an adventure, but it does make it through. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Over 1st and 10.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The open man is Westbrook.
Minshew.
And he is going to have a Jags first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. That was Ronnie Lott on the safety blitz as he gets the sack. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now on 2nd and 16, Minshew. And he's going to go down again. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough road for Minshew and the Jags. They'll give to Anderson here out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Oh, he sheds himself free. And how about this? He takes it all the way back. No time, no flags. A punt return touchdown and a stunning end of the first half.
And they kicked it to him. They kicked it to him.
A lot of times they want this guy just to try to flip field position. He flipped it all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is, can you pick up 10 yards? That's getting a first down. Instead, he takes it all the way and provides a big spark for...
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. Takes it at the 7. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. A shotgun snap for Hill. He's going to fire one deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. It's nearly a 40-yard gain on the opening. Start the second half. They came. Out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big gain.
Hill now operating from the red zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. From 19 yards away. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone. So give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very tidy 2-play drive that time.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From just inside the 20, a short kick. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
First and 10.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Minshew has it knocked out, fumble, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Fumbled on the play.
The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Pats take advantage advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. They find themselves open for an easy touchdown.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
Set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Foxborough. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots.
Minshew on the keeper.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. 1st and 10 and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
47 the mark, boy. 47. Check.
Once more, here's Eckler. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Chark set to return it. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10. At their own
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
That, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Here's a throw out. Complete to his running back right side. Lopsided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Out of the gun is Minshew. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, it hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
That's good.
That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got it. And he's brought down. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
For the Patriots.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Here's Hill to the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was trying to go back to Edelman, but it'll be second and goal.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their
But they decided to play this one all the way out, and I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Chark set to return it. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Jaguars take over first and 10. At their own
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows, you may meet up with this team again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And Eifert has it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
15. And a Jaguar first down.
Minshew, 1st and 10. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Brian Burns able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
3 yards. It's 2nd down.
There you have it, another challenge and another victory. Now remember, you can always replay challenges if you left any stars on the table.
Hey, folks, it's the coach here. Welcome back for another exciting matchup in Madden Ultimate Team.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. A short kick taken at the 18. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10.
The Jaguars ready to go offensively for the first time with Gardner Minshew, former 6th-round pick at QB.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team that wins.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And it's caught off the deflection. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
Sometimes it pays to be lucky rather than good. That was not even the intended receiver on that pass.
But still able to haul it in for the reception. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Here's Hill. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down.
Brings up
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Able to fight through one tackle. He's got daylight. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Austin Eckler, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Pats have taken the early lead.
Joey Sly.
Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
A short kick taken at the 18. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me? Hold on. I got a crowd wrapping around the whole town for me. Made mama proud, got a thou in the balcony. Nah, 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 I don't hear no clown talking foul on me. Won't shoot me down, send the cavalry. It been a while since I had time for me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Hello. Max March out with the polo. Like my style, don't ya? Nights like this, I wish I was with ya. On my turf, roll out the Henry Rux. She like when I hit the receiver. Friend hop in, this is a four-seater. Made a yank straight out the wood, I'm Derek Jeter. Major leaguer, no fatigue. We don't get no handout, we don't get no Magarinas. Never gon' throw your back out, tryna work, you need a breather. I need a break. Won't you get down with me, down?